great doctor from a good doctor? There's a simple solution for that, a simple secret that I'll tell you. Good doctor, to become a great doctor, you have to learn the skills of communication. If you are a good communicator, you become a great doctor. Otherwise, you'll just remain a good doctor or a doctor. So, very, very important, learn the skills of communication, communication with the patients, communication with relatives, communicating with your colleagues, communicating with the press sometimes, communicating with the media. All these are part of making you into a wholesome, great doctor. So I think this is the most important thing that you should learn. The medical school has taught you everything. It has taught you science, it has taught you the art and probably the empathy, and it has taught you how to deal with diseases, probably for some of you instigated you to research. But communication is a skill that are not often taught to us in schools, and I think this is something that you should learn. There are ways of doing it, but you should become great communicator. Without being a good communicator, you can never become a great doctor. This is very important. The other very important thing is regarding, you're all proud of what happened to you, you're all happy that this has happened, but I think there's somebody else you must acknowledge. Not only your teachers who have taught you, who have been, you never forget them, but also your parents. Your parents, I think, are the most important factor. You may be actually happy that this happened to you, but they're proud that today is one of the most proud days for them. In fact, my father was a pathologist, and we came from a very middle class family. Always, whenever you're from middle or low middle class, there's a need for money coming in intermittently. So that was there. So when I finished my DM post-graduation from PG at Chandigarh, I came back to Hyderabad. I started practice, and as was the bond with every doctor, I became very busy with practice, and I made a lot of money at that time. For like few years, I made huge amount of money to, you have this obsession with this middle class, lower middle class money mentality. So as I was doing this, one day, my dad called me to the house for a lunch, and he told me, "Son, I am extremely disappointed with you." I said, "Why are you disappointed? I did my MD, I did DM in the best schools in India. I'm now having a very big practice. Patients come all over country to see me." He said, "Okay, you're doing all this for yourself, but what are you doing for the society? Have you built any institution? Have you done any research? Have you taught any students? Have you treated any patients or group of patients free of cost?" I hadn't done any of those. That day changed my life. I decided I'm going to stop practice, go into building institutions, and of course, see what all I could do in research. That was about 30 years back. And since then, my life has changed completely in building this institution and also building a team where we could now publish over 1,000 papers, all because of the single advice I got one day. I'm sure your parents are thinking of you all the same way. I'm sure they're proud of you, but they'll be more proud of you if you achieve something and do something for society. Because as doctors, we are very special. We are not like engineers, or not like business people and so on. We're very, very special. I know people keep repeatedly telling you this, but honestly, as you come out, as you go into this world, you realize how special you are. You are very different from other people. This is very, very important. When I passed out of medicine, one of my heroes, one of my icons was Dr. Pratap C. Reddy. I'd recommend that all of you read his book called The Healer. He's got an autobiography called The Healer. He influenced me a lot in thinking of how you can build up an institution as individuals. He came back from United States alone, just left all his lucrative practice in cardiology, not with much money, but came back with an ambition that he's going to build world-class centers of health in our country. And look at what he has done. Transformed health completely in the country. A single person who has transformed health in our country. A single person who's probably transformed wealth all over the world, because his example is now followed in many, many countries. He was somebody not me only, but almost every institutional builder in medicine in our country looks up to. All of us got the idea that you can build institutions when we saw him do it. So this is a great example of what awaits all of you. All of you today, maybe like 70 years ago when P.C. Reddy passed out, I don't know when he passed out his medicine, maybe 70 years back, was sitting like this in a graduate ceremony, thinking what he could do. But look what he has done. You have to think big and you can transform the society. So don't be just doctors, be great doctors, be good researchers, and also see if you can contribute to society in whatever way you can. And that is extremely important. So graduates, as an end, I'd like to tell you this: dream big, work hard, but still be very humble. Humility is the most important character of a good doctor. Thank you very much again for the talk.